Hello and welcome to another episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer. And on today's show, we're celebrating a 25th birthday, aren't we? Not us.
Oh no.
Not us.
Certainly not us.
We're well past it.
Who is the youngest here?
I think it's me.
When are you?
I think it's me.
I'm 33.
Yeah, I'm 32.
I'm 32.
Yeah, but you're in June, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm in August. So yeah, I'm the youngest. Thank
You're the baby of the group.
So yeah, it's not us, but no, PS2 turning at 25, so we're going to chat about that. We're going to reminisce on some nostalgia, our most ideal 10th birthday party if we were to go back in time.
Yeah, go back to when the PS2 had just come out and times were a lot simpler for us.
Oh, yeah.
And if we now, as 33/2-year-olds, got to design a birthday party for our younger self involving video game characters, etc., what would that look like?
Yeah, bloody beauty. But I guess we'll firstly just jump into some listener feedback.
We don't.
No, we don't do that? Okay.
That sounded like the Batman transition, that in the cartoon.
It just feels empty without it, you know what I'm saying? We got some feedback last week, hence why I'm doing the segment. I've just lost my place on my phone, so just
Don't worry,
the
you're
time.
padding excellent.
I'm doing well, eh? Here it is. Sean Vandermeer, he came in and started a post about our 1 hit point damage that we had a chat about last week.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things we missed. For example, cousin Beck, she came in and said surely a shot of vodka would be a hit point.
-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It
Yeah.
might even be -2 or 3.
It could be, eh?
Because me currently is a -10.
Well, that's the thing. If you had 10 shots of vodka now, do you think you'd die?
I don't know. I wouldn't die.
No, but I think if you were to have 100 shots of vodka, you would die regardless.
Yeah.
So it's more than 1 hit point.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't
yeah,
it?
it's more than one.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, 100
even a can of Coke would be 1
True,
hit point.
actually.
Because if you drank 100 cans of Coke right now, you'd probably die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a glass of water. You can't. If you have too much water, you can die.
Oh
So
my gosh.
everything is like -1.
We got Shelby. She said, attempting to get up when your foot/leg has fallen asleep and your foot touches the floor the first time. You know that feeling?
I've never had that.
Have you not? I act. It makes
Well,
me
it's like
physically.
it's like the pins. It's extreme pins and needles, but it's like when your foot hits the ground. Like if
Oh, no.
explain it as a noise, it'd be like, like you're,
Yeah.
like all the nerves just.
I've never.
It feels electric.
What position do you sleep in to have a dead leg? I don't think I've ever had one.
Sometimes it's like if I'm lying on my side and then I've kind of put lots of pressure on like my hip bone on that
Right.
side, and then I try and get up and it just.
And it like
Oh.
it's something to do with like the pressure on your nerves and your blood, and your arteries and stuff. It
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you can like feel the blood coming back down. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I hate it. I hate
Well, the
it.
closest to that, I don't know. Well, it probably is 1 hit point, -1. Might even be -5. Because
Yeah.
if you had that 20 times over, your whole body would be numb.
Yeah, yuck.
The only thing that happens to me is I quite often get the left arm in bed somehow. I'll be like leaning on it. And then you got to roll over and then you just get hit in the face. You're like, what the fuck? It's your own arm.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really? I haven't
That's
done
really
that.
weird. Yeah.
But that's because Chris likes to do the stranger.
Guy,
the stranger?
don't ask what the stranger is. It's
What
when
is-
you purposely get a numb hand so that you can pleasure yourself and it feels like a stranger, Ellie, all right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he
Got it.
He was pretty
Guy.
good. He was pretty good at giving the description. He
Guy.
said it as quick
He
as
was
possible.
quick.
Yeah.
We also had Sean, who started the post. He said, biting your nails and then tearing it into that nail bed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Kicking your small toe against the foot of a bed. That's awful as well.
Toe stub, yeah.
Yeah. Riding on a motorbike, sans helmet, and an insect hits you in the eye. 1 HP. Crashing
With
and having.
no helmet.
Yeah, and then an insect straight in the eye. 1 hit point, maybe.
I think, first of all, don't ride a motorbike without a helmet.
No, yeah, obviously that would kill you if you crash.
And
but
secondly, if you're riding a motorbike, have goggles or sunglasses or something on because, an insect to the eye would bloody take your eye out.
Well, it technically could kill you because you get a hit in the eye with an insect. Well, and he could come off the road.
Yeah, well, 100% you
True.
could have a crash. Or do you remember that ad for V Energy drink back in the day?
Yeah.
Ellie just had a whole
Nice.
liter can of it, by the way, so she's going to be firing on all cylinders today. And there was like a famous ad where there's like a bug is like drinking a leftover can of V, and then a car comes along and it smashes through the windshield and out the back rear windshield of the car.
Yeah.
Because it's had some V and it's tough.
Oh, I see.
You know
That's
what I mean?
me. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah, but if you did that on a motorbike and the bug had been on some V,
Oh, to go straight through
your head.
That's a good
dead.
point.
Just
That's a good
a
point.
sidestep from gaming.
Yeah.
But you were just talking about the ad for V. I'm pretty sure it was last year, V or a different energy, I think it was V, had an animated version of that
Yes.
commercial where it was...
There's a throwback, yeah.
Wake
it
me
was
up.
yeah. Before the thing is, what I don't like about the ad is that it's in the car is a bunch of bugs driving,
And then a bug hits it.
and then a bug hits the window, and then they like turn on the windscrew wipers and carry on. But it's like, isn't that like manslaughter?
100%. They just murdered.
Yeah.
They just murdered, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not people in a bug, it's bugs and a bug.
True.
Yeah.
Just because it's a smaller bug, that's still in that world. That's like manslaughter.
Wow.
They should have just done a throwback, and we don't work for V, even though we're plugging the ass off them. But they should have just played the old ad, because that old ad was like, do you
Great
guys
ad.
remember
I
it
don't know
all?
if I do remember it. I only remember the one that guy was talking about.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't remember. I'll have to
Maybe
look
you're
it
too
up later.
young. You're too young.
Oh, that's it. Hey,
it came
thanks,
out.
Chris.
Yeah, it came out in June. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Thanks, Chris. Also, last week, Thomas Goetz, I don't think I'm saying that right, he said, was I the only one that thought the pebbles were going to be the primary 1 HP damage example? So we called the episode Pebbles last week. And so when they saw the description, they obviously thought, Pebbles, that'll be
Walking
a 1
on
HP.
pebbles or something.
And we didn't say that, did we?
To be fair,
But it would be.
standing on a rogue pebble,
Oh, like Lego?
barefoot, it's like Lego, but because I've got pebbles in my front garden and I've got pavers on those pebbles, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when I go take the rubbish out in the bin, I'll just go with no shoes on. And many time I'll stand on one pebble that's on the paver.
Yeah.
And God, that hurts.
It hurts so much. It makes me so angry. It
Yeah.
really annoys me.
This has just turned into a segment about how ugh, we can feel, or how
Yeah, my
angry.
fingers are still feeling off from the fingernail chat.
Yuck. Powder said, I thought it was going to be about Pebbles, the horse from Kingdom Come Deliverance. Haha. And
Oh my
then
God.
Jordan said, based off this podcast history, I'd assume something poo related. Pebbles.
Oh, Pebble Dash.
there was
Yeah,
lots
yeah,
of interpretations of that title.
Not this podcast history, Ellie and Guy's history. Mine is squeaky clean.
Look, you don't distance yourself from us. You're just as dirty as we are.
Yeah.
No, you
Because
guys.
you allow it to happen.
I try not to.
You're an accomplice in our pooch.
And one last cute story from Cameron Holt. When we were talking about Valiant Hearts last week, it reminded him. Did you see the story?
I saw it this morning.
Yeah, so it's a
cool.
World War One themed game. And while he was learning French at school, he basically decided to change the language to French so he could try and learn French through his video games. So he
And
showed
this
us
is the people that he's playing online where they're all speaking French? Or is the game in French?
The games is set in France.
Yeah.
And he chose to switch the language to French, so the narrator and the characters when they talk
Yeah.
was in French and like French on subtitles. and
Subtitles.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
to see if he could learn
Immersing
it.
himself in the game
Yeah.
for the language that he's learning.
So then he showed his teacher and said, is this actually like proper French? Like, am I learning like silly French? She said, no, that's great. And then she ended up spending the afternoon one week showing the kids the game, and they all got to play it and use this video game to learn French.
Oh, wow. That's
That was
great.
pretty cool.
In class, they fired up a PlayStation 4 and were playing Valiant Hearts for 40 minutes.
How good.
That is good.
It's so cool. So if you are learning Japanese right now,
Oh,
pitch to your teacher to play Ghost of Tsushima.
true.
Well,
And
because
say-
there is
and turn it to Japanese because
Yeah.
you don't have the subtitles or anything, just have Japanese.
full Japanese, and there's heaps of JRPGs. Lots of video games are from Japan.
Yeah.
So they will have inbuilt Japanese,
They would.
mode which you can flick onto. That's great.
There you go. Video games at school.
Because I remember when I was studying Japanese in high school, this is like years ago,
Mm-hmm.
they made us watch a few like Spirited Away and a few of those kinds of movies
Yeah.
with the subtitles on and stuff. But with the Japanese, and this is just a video game version of that.
Yeah, that's great. So again, educational. Video games are educational. We're going to go with that one. That brings us to the end of listener feedback. Who wants to do some gaming news?
I can start gaming news.
All right.
As of a couple of days ago, there were 40 million, for the first time ever, 40 million concurrent players using Steam.
Wow.
Whoa.
40 million.
Well, at the same time.
At the same time. So concurrent means all on Steam at once, all playing a game at once. Now, 40, so it was a new record for them. It's the first time it's ever happened. 40 million players at once would put it as the 38th most populous country in the world.
Whoa.
If all of those people on Steam.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So all those people on Steam meant that they were bigger than Canada.
Wow.
39 million, 39.7 million people in Canada.
So imagine the entire population of Canada playing
playing
Steam at one time.
all at one time on Steam playing a video game.
Oh my goodness.
Just one game.
No,
Oh, just concurrent.
Shit,
Like,
no,
yeah,
just
yeah.
That's
Steam
crazy.
as a whole.
Yeah,
So that means you'd be bigger than Canada, bigger than Poland, bigger than Morocco, Angola, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Malaysia, Mozambique, Ghana, Peru, Saudi Arabia, Madagascar. The list goes on for about 100 odd more countries.
Yeah, of course.
Amazing.
That's impressive.
It is impressive,
Yeah.
and it just goes to show how big the video games industry is.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
It is out tomorrow by the time that you hear this podcast. Split Fiction, the people from Hazelight Studios, the game that we've been talking about a lot.
Woo!
Because it's the same people that make A Way Out and It Takes Two. It is a fantastic looking game. Early reviews have come in, and no surprises, they've killed it. 9 out of 10 from IGN, 10 out of 10 from GameSpot. PC Gamer gave it 87%. Eurogamer gave it 5 out of 5. They're just saying that this is the best work from Hazelight Studios,
Yes.
and they've gone bigger, and it's paid off.
Wow.
So
Exciting.
if you aren't sure about the whole premise of Split 2, it's about two female writers, one that writes fantasy, one that writes
Sci-fi?
Sci-fi. And there's technology in this world where stories can be like turned into like AI world, and they get sucked into their own games. So you will be playing those two genres, and you jump back and forth between the two. You have to play it with someone, whether that be someone on the couch with you or somebody online, and you just need to have one copy of the game, I believe.
That's exciting.
Comes out tomorrow. My family is here this weekend, so I won't be able to play it at all until they leave.
That sucks.
So I will be playing it next week.
What are you guys most excited for, the fantasy or the sci-fi? So fantasy like medieval knights and swords and stuff.
Yeah.
Or sci-fi?
I hadn't actually really thought about it, but I reckon...
Because for me, definitely knights and swords and stuff. I
Totally.
love
Yeah.
Witcher, Kingdom Come Deliverance,
True.
all of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be fantasy for me too, actually. Yeah.
I'm thinking sci-fi.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I love both, but I think sci-fi the most.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just,
So, yeah.
just on that, it comes out this Friday in New Zealand,
Yeah.
and you can't immediately play it. That reminded me of something I found out over the weekend. Do you remember when you bought that Warhammer game?
Yes, Space Marines too.
You know, with our membership, you get a 5-hour free trial of that, eh?
Oh, should have done that.
Literally, it was like, do you want to jam this game for 5 hours for free? And I was just like, guy really should have looked at that.
Yeah, I should have.
So I was just like,
You know what? I mean, I can't remember because it was a few months ago. I probably saw it and just went, I don't need it. I know me.
I know I'm going to love this game.
I know I'm going to love this game.
Yeah. That's actually just, it's a handy feature I completely forgot about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And different games have different like time periods. This is all on the PlayStation Plus like deluxe membership, which we
Yeah.
were gifted, which we're very lucky to have. But it's like, oh, do you want to have a crack at this game? You can play it for 5 hours for that game. I think like, God of War Ragnarok, or I can't remember what they were. We're like, oh, you can play this one for 6 hours, some are for 10.
Wow.
Hogwarts Legacy, 0.75.
What?
You can play it for 45 minutes,
Oh, okay.
which is really weird.
That is
Wait,
really weird.
Wait, does it just stop at 45 minutes?
Yeah,
So
I
no
guess.
matter where you are.
You get reminders when you start the trial. And it's like if you play it for 15 minutes and then turn off your PlayStation, it's not like as if you're done and dusted. Like you have in a lot of time.
It's
I did
timed.
it with Farming Simulator
Oh,
2022. That gave you 4 hours.
And was that enough to be like, yeah, this is great?
yeah.
So that's a great feature.
The thing
Right?
is,
Yeah.
I didn't stay with the whole 4 hours because there was no point because I'd lose my save.
Oh, is that how it works?
Oh, I thought so at the time. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna buy it.
I don't think that is how it works. I mean,
it would be handy if that wasn't the case.
I'm pretty sure it isn't because, and I haven't done this yet, but I had to download the entirety of Hogwarts Legacy for a video I'm making, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it was like 100 gigabytes.
yeah.
And then I could play 45 minutes of it. If you then had to wipe everything, like surely they wouldn't make you download 100 gigs if it was gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe not. Maybe just progress though.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
True.
We don't know.
No one knows.
If I'd done the 5 hour trial with Space Marines, I'd be able to give you
You'd
that
be able to
answer.
come in and
Yeah.
let us
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's just a handy feature that if you have that deluxe membership, maybe it's available on Steam as well. I'm sure you can do it on Xbox too. I have no idea, but it's just a handy thing.
Handy as. I also downloaded the Dave the Diver demo on Nintendo Switch.
What one?
The Dave the Diver.
Dave
The
the Diver
Dave the
demo?
Diver. The Dave the Diver
The
demo.
Day of the Diver.
The Dave the Diver demo.
Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver demo
Yeah.
on Switch, and I played most of the demo, and then I didn't download the game, but it's not because I didn't like it. It was just a classic, started playing it, forgot about it. So I need to get back into that, but after I've finished Hogwarts Legacy, which
Yeah.
I'm still well not into.
Oh, wow. Hanging out for that.
Is that your gaming news?
That's Guy's Gaming News.
That's your gaming news. Now I've got my gaming news. PlayStation wants your help testing games and features using the new beta program initiative that they've just launched. Basically, they are opening up a beta program where you can register with your PSN email address. You have to have no what's it called? You can't have had strikes on your account. You've got to be
Totally.
like a
Gotta be
good faith
trustworthy.
player. Exactly. But you basically sign up, and if there are demos in your region, like beta testing on new games coming out, then you can opt in to basically be a tester. So it's a good way for them to find bugs and things like that.
Well,
and
there
also-
needs, in this day and age, there needs to be more of that.
I agree.
And I wonder if that's what they hit us up for our PSNs this morning, Guy.
Oh, they did. PlayStation NZ hit us up for our
yeah.
PSNs.
I reckon it's to put us on that beta thing.
You're Oh, right. I had
Which would
not
be
even
sick.
connected that.
No, because I think that would be just getting people that are really into gaming to help test upcoming titles.
That'd be awesome.
True.
If that is the case, then yeah,
That would be
We
awesome.
can feedback. I wonder how many in New Zealand we'll get, though. You know what I mean?
Betas are always limited.
Yeah.
So they might say, oh, this is an open beta and there will be like maybe 4,000 people worldwide or something. But it depends on their setup and yeah, I've got no idea.
Yeah.
Still exciting though.
Yeah.
Complete waste of time putting Ellie on that list.
Oh my God, 100%. 100%.
No, it's not. Keep me on it, please.
To be honest, even me.
Even me being on that list.
So like it's gonna be like, Chris, there's a brand new game coming out. We want you to test it. Like, cool. I've just got like 100 more hours on Elden Ring, and then I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you do want to do that, you can basically just Google PlayStation beta program and then register with your PSN, and it's as easy as that. It's obviously only valid in regions that have PSN.
Yeah.
But if you have a PSN account, you can register for it.
So just let's just say we are all added to the beta testing program.
Yeah.
We've all played a game. How are we going to feed? What do we know to say about video games? Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
what knowledge do I have and can I bring? I'm
Like, do
not
you
sure.
say? And I wonder if it's like because it's mostly just trying to find bugs and stuff. But is it commenting on gameplay?
Well, it's basically says play your part in testing new on-console functionality, software, and innovations. It might include features, providing feedback on design and usability.
Okay.
It's also helping them develop their app as
Okay.
well, and also PlayStation.com. So I don't know if it's more. I don't know if it'll be about gameplay
Sure.
in
What
terms
it,
of
what
narrative.
it could
I
be,
don't know.
I can't imagine it. I mean, I have no idea, but I can't imagine them being like, right, play this game for an hour, and then they go, now just give us your feedback and just leave it open ended. What it could be is they then present us with 10 questions that are quite specific, like how did you find the controller layout of the buttons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like specific questions that are actually quite easy for you to answer, as opposed to just an open ended. Just give
That
us your
was cool.
feedback, because that's where I'd be like, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was. Well, the button layout one's good.
Yeah.
And like so, for example, and I don't want to bang on about it, but when The Witcher 3 first came out, its user interface was so confusing because you got to, you open your menu, and it's like you got your map, and then you got your quests, and then you got your items, and then and there was like all these different ones, and everything was all over the place. It was so confusing, and then after like a few months, they completely changed it based on people's feedback.
Yeah.
So I guess this just opens the door for more people to have that feedback before the game comes out.
Yeah.
And getting stuff like, it's really hard to like hold triangle and do this for this particular thing. You know what I mean? So, well, it's exciting.
I hope PlayStation come up with a
Sorry, it's my vegan.
like an oil drum got kicked over. I want PlayStation to be able to take people's feedback and suggestions on what games should be the monthly games for PlayStation, because they've just been screwing up for the last 12 months or so.
Oh, like
Every single time they've announced the monthly game, she's like,
cool.
yeah,
That'll-
but there
that'll
haven't really
be-
been that many wins.
That'll be an exec level decision though.
I
That'll
know.
be people that don't really understand gaming and what people want, trying to make decisions to like, oh shit, we put heaps of money into this game, it didn't really sell. We need to put that for free,
Pretty sure they did it last year with that Hogwarts Quidditch game. Like
Yeah,
it came
100%.
out like it was on like PlayStation Plus like a month later.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they
Yeah.
do though. That's what they do to games that sort of bomb straight away.
Yeah.
Make it free and hopefully that'll get people in.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was your gaming news. I also want to just come across to you over there, Guy,
Oh.
the best husband in the world over there. You did a date night the other night with Meg.
Yes, we do date nights. We've been doing it for a while now. Every single month, we'll do an indoor and an outdoor date night. We'll alternate. Whoever does indoor does it in the next month, whatever. So it was my turn to do indoor date night.
Yeah, okay.
And I decided to play. I found a version that you can play online of a video game that Meg's mentioned a couple of times.
That is so cute that you even
Um,
remembered it. Oh my God.
And it is a game called The Secret of Monkey Island. And it's a game that she played on PC
Oh,
when she was a kid.
That's a super famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've had spin-offs and they've done remakes and stuff. It came out in like 1990.
Yeah. And
Wow.
didn't they make a second one?
Yeah, and they've done like expansions and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So you can play it on Steam, but I've got a Mac, so you can't. I bought it, but then you actually can't play it on Mac. There was a whole thing for me to actually get a version of this. So I found an emulator online, and yeah, we just on Friday night got a couple of pizzas and we played The Secret of Monkey Island. It's such a easy game to play in terms of it's literally just you use a mouse,
Yeah.
and you've got to click and you've got a certain areas, and it's like pick up this and talk to them, and it doesn't give you any hints or anything like it's like it's not even 16-bit. I don't think it's like it's really old, but it was just really nostalgic for Meg.
That's so nice.
And she's like, yeah, she didn't know we were doing it, so we played it for a couple hours.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, that was a little date night.
Just if Sam's listening. Ellie is like losing her shit over how nice that is. So can you up your game and do some nice stuff for Ellie, please? Remember some stuff from her childhood and do it because she is like over there like, oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
oh, Guy, My
God.
lashes are like flickering.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I remembered a game that she liked and we played it.
Yeah, but
Hell
that's
yeah.
nice.
Such a low bar.
No, but that is nice. It's the fact that she's obviously mentioned that in passing a few times in her life, and you've gone, I remember that.
What it was, and it's just behind Chris's head. There's that Geek Gamer 100 Trivia Questions game that she bought when we had our Christmas party last year.
Bless you both,
and
just great.
one of the questions was, who is Guybrush Threepwood?
Oh.
Like, what game is he from? And that's the main character in The Secret of Monkey Island. And she was like, oh my God. And she got really excited. So I just kept the card and put it in my wallet as a reminder.
Yeah.
Love it. You even take the physical evidence, guy. Wow, I need to settle down. It's getting steamy in here.
Sam, seriously, brother, you've got to do something.
Please, Sam, this is weird.
Oh, that's great.
That's
and
lovely.
Did the game hold up?
Well, the thing is, I never played it, so it was really fun for me because it was a complete scratch of that nostalgic itch. It's really hard.
Is it?
Was it?
Yeah, it's so hard because it's a lot of trial and error to try and figure out, to get to this room, you need to do this.
Yeah.
And we were just wandering around for ages trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't provide any hints or anything like that. There's no sound. It's just
True.
apart from like a door opening, like
Was it a full MS-DOS style
Yeah.
game? Oh, wow. That
Cool.
is clunky.
That's awesome.
That's great. I remember going back in one of our early episodes and I played Lego Island, which was a game I played in the 90s on computer, and I found videos of it and it just brought back all these memories too. Like, oh my God, that's right, you could do that. Oh my God, I remember that. So it is good for shit like that. You've got memories locked away in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just unlocks them.
Yeah. I found Crypt Raider on Miniclip a while ago. Do you remember
Crypt Raider. I remember you talking about
Yeah, I
it.
love that one. And even the
Miniclip.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the music was just like, oh, that's right. There it is.
I think for me, if it was the other way around, because, we get the other person to wait in the back room while they put Daisy to bed while the other one sets up date night. So then when they open the door, they can see what it is.
Oh my God.
If I came through and there was a couple of pizzas on the table and Meg had set up a PlayStation 1 with Driver,
Oh, okay.
I'd have the same reaction.
Okay, hopefully Meg,
Yes.
you're listening here.
But if you're 2 hours in playing it, you still won't be out of that opening level.
Oh, I know.
It's so hard.
You've got the underground car park.
Yeah, it's like an iconically hard level.
Yeah.
One thing I did over the weekend, actually, which I've just been reminded of, is we had a mate staying with us from Canada, a guy that went to broadcasting school with Guy and I.
Yeah.
I only see him like once every couple of years. Good fella. He was staying at our place and he loves car racing games.
Oh, nice.
And I've got Gran Turismo 7, the new one, on the new PlayStation, the big TV set up. And so he was like real keen to have a hoon on it. So he chucked it in. And I was like, should we have a race? It's like, yeah, because I've got two controllers. Like, I never have someone to race against. So this is fun. Go to multiplayer mode on new Gran Turismo 7. And it was such a reflection of how games nowadays just they've really fallen away in certain areas. 3 cars to choose from. And then I was like, why? And then I went online. It was like, no, you have to buy the cars yourself, which means you either have to spend your own money or like race heaps to unlock them, and then you have to make them available for through this big rigmarole. You don't unlock multiplayer until you're like
level
7 or 8 or 9. Or so, it's
Oh.
so. Luckily, I'd already done that.
Oh, well, I'd never get there.
So it would take you like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to that point.
That's right, to unlock multiplayer, and then we unlock it. I've got a big TV, right? So I'm like, I'll be the top, he'll be the bottom, or I'll be left, he'll be right. We're top and bottom, but only honestly, it was a square the size of just a regular laptop screen is how much I had. He was the same. This is a big 65-inch TV.
So it's like zoomed out, kind of.
So what they've done is put all the information like the speedo and stuff on blank areas of the screen and the map and stuff, and the actual racing bit was tiny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And to top it off, you couldn't use any, you couldn't just pick any cool cars straight away. You had to unlock it. The screen was tiny and you can't race against other racers.
Yeah, so it's just the two of you.
It's just the two of you. And so there's no computer. And I'm like, man, Gran Turismo 1 on PlayStation 1, you could just get it, race with 10 other cars racing with you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what have they done? Why?
Sad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love local multiplayer.
It's the best.
It's so fun. It's
And
such a way to socialize.
Unfortunately, the graphics are amazing, but unfortunately, you want to race your mates on the couch nowadays. Gran Turismo isn't the one, which is stupid.
Sucks.
Bummer.
It's a deliberate decision as well because Gran Turismo 7 is so advanced in so many ways and they've put in so much effort. It's such a beautiful looking game.
It's stunning.
Single player is a really cool thing to do.
It is, yeah.
So for them to dial it back so much to the point where you're going backwards, old Gran Turismo games were better.
Yeah.
It's a deliberate decision to not allow people to do couch co-op.
Yeah.
It must
And
be.
that's such a dick move.
Because it was very unenjoyable, and we literally did half a race, and I was like, well, this sucks because there's no computers to race against, you know?
Yeah.
And so we just stopped and started playing one player, which once again
yeah.
looks freaking amazing, like 4K, like they look realistic.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I was gutted about that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
fair enough.
Did you just do like time trials then? Did you go one at a time?
No, we just started doing the like career mode or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, we got to beat this guy to unlock this car. Do you want to do it? And then, yeah. So.
What
You had to take
was
turns.
what was his fiance doing?
She was having a nap.
Oh, okay, cool. 'Cause she's just sitting there, sitting there next to you two play Gran Turismo.
She's super chill though.
She's
like
super chill.
reading a magazine on her phone, happy. She's just, it's good, you know. He's enjoying it. So
Oh,
that's good.
that's nice. That's
what you
nice.
want.
That is what you want. I have an anecdote. No, I have a question, and it's not really aimed at you guys. It's more at Chris and anyone really that works at the company we work for.
Cool. So, Guy, I don't want to hear a peep out of you for this next bit,
This is
all right?
not about you, unless I mean it could be. No, the other day we have a car park in the city where both Chris and I park.
The underground one,
Yeah, through our company. And I was driving home the other day from work, and I was about 5 minutes from home, so I've already been driving for about 15 minutes, and I just look in my rear view, and my back window wiper was like out.
Oh,
And-
like somebody had lifted it up.
Yeah.
Sticking it out, yeah.
Was it you?
Oh, no, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay. I was just like, was this Chris? Because then I
That's
was
funny
like,
though, damn
yeah,
it.
Yeah, and I was driving going, oh, God, okay, I better do that when I get home. Anyway, get home, go upstairs, an hour later, Sam comes out and goes, Ellie, why is our window wiper up on the car? And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot again to put it down. So it was up for ages, but it wasn't you.
It wasn't me. I wish
Okay.
it was though, because it's
yeah,
funny.
it is kind of funny, eh? I might do
Yeah.
it to you next time.
It was me.
Guy,
Guys, I have nothing to do during the day.
Yeah, you came all the way
I'm so
in.
bored.
I found a swipe card and got in my car. Because I also asked the other culprit it could have been was Bree, who we interviewed
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't her. So now I need to go and ask the show I work with, but I didn't think it would be them because I've never done it before.
right.
I'm so confused. Like, it just seems so random.
So the two culprits, and rightly so, me and Bree.
Yeah.
No one else you can think of.
No, just the people I work directly with. Who I'm gonna confront them tomorrow. I think. I just
Yeah.
didn't think it would be them because I've never done that before.
I did this to, and people that listen to my radio show will know Jace, who's our main host.
Yeah.
I put both his window wipers up,
Oh yeah.
standing straight up
Yeah.
on his Mazda, and it was like a week after he got this new car, and I was like, this will be hilarious. And I watch him walk over to his car. He doesn't know I'm like there watching, and he just like stands there, looks at his window wipers, and just go like hands on hips, then hands in the air.
He just starts crying.
And then he just like scratches his head and then just like hops in his car and like turns his window wipers on, so they're just waving around in the air. And then he just like is like, I don't know and then he just goes to drive off, and I'm like, Jace, and he's like, what the hell's going on with this key? Is this like a new feature or something? I was like, no, I put them up as a joke. Just fold them back down. He's just like, oh, okay. And like he was about to drive down the highway with them up.
Going, "Ugh." Oh, funny.
So stupid.
All right, I'll get you one day, I reckon. So I often see Chris's car in the car park, and I always just like think about doing
Thing
something
is,
to it.
Whoever did it to you would be expecting like a text within the next 12 hours because they haven't heard anything. It's like they can't bring it up with you. Like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
how was your back windscreen wiper the other day? It's like it's not a good enough prank for it to warrant like a follow up.
Exactly. But the other weird thing is that I back into the wall. So I've had to go right round to the back of my car and like lift that up. So
Really,
it was
you
quite
back
an
in?
effort. Yeah, I back in so I can get a quick escape when I'm finished work, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I really enjoy just leaving ASAP when I finish.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's weird because you usually enjoy backing one out. Look, that's such a shit poo joke, and look, Ellie's loving it.
No, I love it. And I love how you were setting that up for
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
long. And I
Okay,
still
yeah.
was just
As soon
like,
as you said it, I was like, here we go.
Oh god.
oh, all right. Well, back to gaming, eh? 4th of March 2000, PlayStation 2 was released.
It
so
was.
it's 25 years old.
Wow.
It is.
Oh, the other day.
It is 25 years old, and as I touched on in our controversial gaming opinions thing last week. Well, it was on Monday, wasn't it? I think that was the best era of gaming.
Yes,
because
we did. Yeah.
You look back at the games that were available then, and they just were all absolute bangers. Well, the
Yeah.
ones I had anyway. So just
Yeah.
quickly, I thought we could just have our top 3 PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah.
And I've got a shitload more than that, but 3 just ones that really left a mark with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy, do you want to start with one of yours?
Yes, I mentioned this multiple times. There's a copy of it behind Chris's head, although it is on Xbox, but it was on PlayStation 2, and that is Rockstar's The Warriors.
Yes, that's right.
That was an iconic game for me. I was about 16. I had never even heard of it. It is a violent video game, and it was perfect for me.
Based off a 70s action movie.
Yep.
And I have a vivid memory of hiring this out from United Video, Cherrywood,
Yeah.
in Tauranga here in
lovely.
New Zealand. And because we loved Grand Theft Auto and stuff so much, so let's try the Warriors. Played it, couldn't get into it. But I understand that it was a pretty sweet setup. You had to go around vandalizing and you're like running with a gang and all sorts of
just
stuff.
beating up other gangs and smashing them on the head with bottles and pool cues and stuff and stealing car radios.
They're
And
like
all that.
8-year-old
wow.
guys loving it.
Wow.
I was 16, but
Oh, weird.
yeah.
So the Warriors, it's a classic. Ellie?
Buzz, the quiz game. Remember those with the buttons?
The actual
I loved
yeah.
that. And I'm so sad it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, there is a PlayStation 4 version called Knowledge is Power.
I do have
and
that one.
you download the app. That
I do have that
yeah.
one. But I just liked Buzz for some reason. I think maybe it's the nostalgia. I want to hold the little buttons again. And that was
The host
definitely.
was
yeah.
great. Yeah. He was called Buzz, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. Yeah. Was he an Aussie guy? I think he was. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
It's your favourite game.
Yeah.
You tell us. But also, I remember like half the performance of that was trying to untangle all the cords of the four
my
controllers.
Oh my gosh,
It
yes.
was
Because
such a
you
performance.
finish the game and you just shove it.
Yeah.
You just push it all closer to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's right. So Buzz was great,
Yeah.
and that actually reminds me one I should have. Actually, I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna get rid of.
Ooh, big call, big call.
I'm gonna get rid of. I had Vice City in there, which I'm gonna be honest. Grand Theft Auto left the biggest impression on me from PlayStation 2. San Andreas blew my mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Vice City blew my mind. I couldn't, after playing Driver 1,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe there was a game where you could hop out of your car, run around, do anything, hop in any car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just completely blew my mind. That's fine, but that's boring. iToy.
iToy.
Oh, I
Do you
don't
remember iToy? So
Oh, no.
this was a great game, very early. It was ahead of its time. We used to hire it out because you had to buy a whole kit setup thing. Camera on top of your TV facing you. And then you had to it was like Wii back in, Wii.
Motion capture.
Motion
yeah.
capture, but you were on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And so you
yeah.
could have you and your mate, you had to be in a really perfectly lit room, so it didn't work half the time.
Yeah.
But you had to fight someone on screen and scrub pots and pans and it was
Wow.
brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's very advanced.
It was for PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
I remember there was like a ninja one where you're in the middle and you're like a giant, and then all these ninjas would come jumping at you, and you had to punch to the side,
That's right,
punch
yeah.
to the left, and
Ah.
go down like that. And
Yeah.
if you just waved your arms like that,
That's right. And honestly, you'd be gassed after playing it for
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
minutes. So that was
Wow.
brilliant. So that was my first one.
Madden NFL Street.
Oh,
2.
wow.
Okay.
Never played it.
Never
So it's obviously you got your Madden games, which is the realistic version of
American football.
But Street was like a different animation style, and you played. It was like playing NFL Gridiron, in different areas, like in the actual street or in like a backyard or something like that. And it was more.
It was more cool.
It was
wasn't
cool.
It?
Yeah. Like it had hip hop music,
Yeah.
and it was and different players would dance and stuff like that. And it was a little bit more gritty, a little bit more grassroots.
Yeah.
But I was really into NFL games around that age, and I just found that one particularly cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't make games like that, cool
No.
spin-offs of, sports franchises.
Yeah. My next one was SingStar.
Yeah,
I
100%.
loved SingStar so much. And I know that there's similar things now, but it's not the same. I just loved SingStar. That's probably the game that got the most time out of me, I reckon.
Yeah.
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 100%.
Yeah.
And no, you go.
I was going to say SingStar, we were talking about commercials earlier with V, but do you remember the SingStar commercial where it was people playing SingStar and they were singing that song? I can't remember the name of the lady who sang it. It's like, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
That
yeah.
makes
yeah.
me feel
Jamelia.
like
Jamelia.
this.
Yeah.
And it's like him singing that, but he's getting way too into it. And he jumps on the table and he's pouring a bottle of water over his head, and all the people around bro,
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't
calm
remember
down.
that
But
one.
that stuck with me.
That is the first time you're ever able to sing a song, microphone
Yeah.
in your own lounge,
so cool.
and what you were doing was affecting your score and stuff. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
And also, it's the only time you could ever do something like that was at a karaoke bar.
Yeah,
That's
For
right.
you to be able to do it at home.
Exactly. Did you have a favourite song that you'd always go back to? Was there one predominant song?
for some
you?
reason, "Wake Me Up, Buttercup."
Oh, yeah.
Wait me up before you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I had that.
Are you thinking of Build Me Up,
Build
Buttercup?
Me Up, Buttercup
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Don't you
Yeah,
build me
those
up?
two. We used to do those two all the time. I don't know
Fun.
why.
Yeah.
Nice. My favourite one was The Reason by Hoobastank.
Oh,
You know?
yes.
There were some really long notes you could hold, and
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you get it, oh, so satisfying. Do you
That is-
have one?
Guy.
There was
I can
one.
think. I honestly,
Remember?
I'm thinking of is Jamelia.
So there you go. That's a tune, by the
Beauty.
way. My next game is Guy. You touched on Madden Street.
Yeah.
Rugby 2005.
That was on my list.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the rugby games in New Zealand, rugby is, especially at the time, not so much anymore, but everyone in the country watched rugby. Dudes anyway, like, very old-fashioned thing where everyone watched rugby on a Saturday night, and you're a boy, you played rugby.
You watch the Crusaders and the Blues.
That's right. Mate. And so I grew up obsessed with rugby, and all of a sudden you could play and have this game where you could control the All Blacks, you could have Jonah Lomu, you could have, you could control Christian Cullen and Jeff Wilson and all these just iconic players, and you could make your own teams.
Was that the one with Joroko Thoko on the cover?
05, I think, might have. That was 04.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think
04.
DC might have been on the cover. No, it was Richie Oh, my God.
DC was 2007, I think.
It was 07, right?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
then I think it stopped after 08.
Wow, good
Yeah.
memory.
But just a great game. And at the time when rugby was really at the peak in New Zealand.
It was
just fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Awesome.
My final game is the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
So you did play that game because I've heard so much about it.
I played Two Towers and The Return of the King, and they were both fantastic.
Yeah,
Return
right.
of the King was the best, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Really?
So good. Leveling up all of the players, and you got to play as Gandalf. You got to play as everyone.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
And I love Lord of the Rings, so be able to actually play the storyline
That's sick.
was so awesome. And at that point, I hadn't seen the director's cut of the movies. So if you haven't seen the director's cut in the game, you play like levels that
Right.
you wouldn't have seen in the movie. So all these, like, in my head, there are all these things that they like added into the game that aren't in the movie. I was like, this is weird. And then I watched the director's like not too long ago. And I was like, wait a minute.
Oh.
Wow.
I've played. Oh, sorry, I just spat. I've played this game.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that they went to the effort to do the director's cut in the game. I
Yeah.
thought they'd cut corners and just do the most
Nah.
basic.
Back in the day, man.
Back then,
Oh.
the animation wasn't as hard out as it
True.
is now. So
That's a good point.
But it still was just as much work to make it. But they actually wanted to make a good product back then.
yeah, totally.
As
But yeah,
opposed to getting it out as fast as possible.
True.
it is one of the most talked about games that everyone wants as a remaster.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I've heard about it, is because everyone bangs on about how great it was.
So good.
Yeah.
There you go. I've just realized that all three of my games all require props because my third one is Guitar Hero.
So
that
good.
was just another one I loved. I obviously love music, clearly, and brain stuff.
Yeah.
Quizzes. But yeah, no, Guitar Hero, loved that. Did you have a song that you used to play on Guitar Hero that you remember?
Yes. Mine was Stella by Incubus.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Got me into Incubus massively.
Yeah.
I actually had the Metallica version of this game. I owned it.
Oh, very nice.
But I think I've told the story before. I hate that game now because I played Madden against my mate and he beat me and he was using a guitar and I was using a controller and he could only run one way on a slight angle and all he could do was a spin move.
And you
he still beat me. He was really good at it, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a song that you remember playing?
Sultans of Swing by
Oh,
Dire
Dire
Straits.
Straits.
That's fun. Yeah. My one was More Than a Feeling, Boston. That was my favorite one. Yeah.
That's a tune.
And there's
Loved
the
it.
iconic South Park episode where Randy Marsh, Stan's dad, plays Kansas. What is Carry on my wayward son? And then just like jams the guitar. So that's an iconic tune as well. Do you know that song, Ellie?
I don't know if I do.
You don't know that song?
I don't know. Were you doing a good version of it?
Yeah,
Or were
a
you?
great version.
Oh,
of
were
it.
you?
You don't know Carry on My Wayward Son by Toto? No, not
maybe
Toto,
not.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not. No,
that's all right.
Too
It's-
young. Too young.
Too
Nah,
young.
too young.
I think we're all too young, to be fair. It's from the 80s. My last one to finish off, Need for Speed Underground 1.
Ah, yes.
Ba-dum-dum-dum.
Yeah.
Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Ellie, take over.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
No idea.
I loved with Need for Speed Underground. I don't know if it was 1 or 2, but when you could roll up to the start of the race, and if you hit the NOS button,
Oh, it's spray.
it would like spray like NOS out the side, like in the movies, like Too Fast, Too Furious and stuff.
Cool.
You're like, oh yeah, look at that.
I think that was
It's like a
Need for
smoke
Speed
machine.
2, Underground 2. But Underground 1 was like the first time you could get cars, put neons on them, body kits, and the Fast and the Furious was just... I think Fast and Furious 2 had just come out.
Yeah, yeah.
And so having bright, like Japanese race cars with body kits and stickers all over them and
and
neon
spinners.
spinners and all that gross stuff, that was like
Yeah.
at its peak.
Cool.
And that game was sick.
That's
It's
sick.
good shit. Let us know what your favorite game on PS2 was as a bit of a birthday celebration.
Happy
Yes.
birthday. And it was still it's the highest selling console of all time.
That's right.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that's bloody good to see. Now, up next as well is just to celebrate the fact that PS2 has turned 25. And yeah, chuck your things in our Facebook group, Extremely Casual Group, for Extremely Casual Gamers. I thought if we had to plan the perfect birthday party for our 10-year-old selves, we'll say we're 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we're in our 30s, what would it be? You can invite a few video game characters along. However, attending the birthday party is just us three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
I think, and the rest are video games, characters, and activities and stuff.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first with their perfect birthday?
Oh, yeah, I could go first if you like.
Come here.
Yep.
Now, what I would do first of all would actually just be a classic laser strike situation, which I
Yeah.
guess you might theme at Fortnite or something.
Yeah.
Play some laser strike.
Yeah,
That
I
was
love
always
laser
a banger.
strike. That's
Yeah,
great.
love that as a kid. I would also love to include some sort of like mini golf as well.
Yeah.
You know, just like a kind of like Wii Sports, but mini golf. You know, I would also add in going to Pizza Hut afterwards for all you can eat pizza.
Oh my
Remember
god,
back in the day?
so good.
Oh, the dessert bar. Oh my gosh. I would also make sure there's hundreds and thousands bread there.
Fairy
and
bread.
Cheerios and sauce. Yeah, exactly right.
Which, by the way, because I was just talking about my mate from Canada, his partner's from Canada. She had never heard of fairy bread.
Really?
She was like, what is that? And I guess Americans listening now won't have any idea, maybe. But it's literally, you get white bread, sliced white bread, you put butter on it or margarine,
Marge.
and then you just get hundreds and thousands of sprinkles, the coloured sprinkles from a sundae, just put that on it, and there's your fairy bread.
I think it's an Aussie New
yum.
Zealand thing because
Is it?
I'm from the UK and we never had it.
Really?
I remember, I to this day don't eat fairy bread. I remember seeing it. I was like, "Ugh."
It is weird. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of it.
It's a weird texture. 'cause
Fairy
it's soft
bread
and-
ice cream, though, from Dark Island. Have you had that?
I haven't tried that.
Fairy bread is their best flavour. It's so good. So check it out, yeah.
Yum. The invites in terms of video game characters, I'd invite the Buzz guy because you know he could host like a quiz for us and,
That'd be
and
cool.
get our brains working.
Yeah.
I would also invite Mika Hakkinen from Formula 1 2001.
No.
That is a driver.
No.
My
That
favorite.
counts.
No,
It's her birthday party, Chris.
I would have Crash Bandicoot and Coco because, you know, great memories with them as a young child. And then I would have a loot bag at the end. You know when you were at a birthday party?
you got
have
a-
like a little loot bag?
Plastic bag
Yeah.
and it had a piece of cake in it wrapped in
Yeah.
in a serviette.
Yeah, a little bit of lollies or something.
Some lollies, maybe some bubbles that you can
Yeah.
blow.
If my parents, you know, were loaded, I'd give everyone like a PS2 memory card they can take home because I
Damn.
didn't have a memory card for
Damn.
ages. Yeah, but that would never happen. But I never had a PS2 memory card for
Oh my
quite a
God.
while.
We need to put some sad music under this.
Yeah, it was quite traumatic actually. I had to start everything again every time I opened the PlayStation.
Well, luckily for you, you were just playing SingStar and
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
even matter, yeah.
Exactly. So that'd be mine. Is that
Right.
the brief? Is that
Yeah,
correct? what we're
100%,
doing?
yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
nice. Okay.
What about you, Guy?
I reckon we start early afternoon, bit of paintball.
Wow,
Oh,
as 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
ooh.
Do you want to go home crying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah,
But okay, I'll
bit of
come for
paintball.
you.
All right, let's gang
and
up
then-
on Guy.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
I was a crier as well.
Yeah.
I cried at everything. Right, so maybe some paintball. Go home. I reckon the rest of the day is just at home, and it's just playing video games.
Oh, so you're
right?
actually on the couch.
Yeah, and then and then it's like in the lounge. It's just we'll get like mattresses out and sleeping bags, and we'll just play PlayStation right up until midnight. And we'll
naughty.
order some pizzas from Pizza Hut
At midnight?
Yeah, meat lovers. No. At
Midnight.
for dinner.
Yeah.
Meat lovers stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we'll get Coke. None of that lame.
Damn.
None of the zero sugar
Nah,
nonsense. I want the full blown diabetes bottle.
Yeah, right.
Yum,
2.25 litre bottles
Oh
of that.
yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're having that. Then like ice cream, and then there'll be that one guy that's like, "We should make spiders," and then it's
That'd be me, by the way. I love spiders. As soon as you said Coke, I was like, why don't you get some ice cream?
in terms of video game characters, I don't know. I'm sure there would have been a video game that featured him, but at 10, I loved Robbie Williams.
Oh,
So if there's
yeah,
any way I
okay.
could invite Robbie Williams, because at the time I thought he was so cool.
So did I.
And I was like,
cool.
he just seemed so funny and like rebellious.
Yeah, hard
And
out.
Sing When You're Winning was such a cool album.
Great album.
So I'd invite Robbie Williams.
Cool.
Maybe Lara Croft and Ash Ketchum's mum.
Okay.
But then because I'd be 10, I'd just be like, and just stare.
yeah.
Cool. You still operate like that
Yeah,
nowadays.
true. Yeah, if they were here. So they just play Madden. Oh my God, I'd invite Aragorn.
Oh, from Lord
Is
of the
that
Rings.
from? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Is that from Lord of the
Yeah, no, sorry.
I'll jump in there.
I regretted that.
I just invite the Fellowship. I'd invite the Fellowship of the Ring.
Right. The fellowship of the
Oh.
group of people.
Right, I've always wondered what the Fellowship
Yeah.
of the Ring means.
Yeah.
it's
a
the
whole
group
lot of
of the Ring.
fellows.
Yeah, it's all the
Yes.
hobbits, and then you got Legolas, Aragorn, Gimli, Boromir, Gandalf.
Wow, this is groundbreaking.
Dancer, Rudolph.
Dasher, and then just play video games until the night.
Yeah, nice.
cool.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. I put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Okay, so
And we didn't? What are you saying?
no,
about that?
no, because it was my topic. I was like, I want to
No,
plan
good on
out
ya.
like a perfect.
Yeah.
Good on you, bro. Yeah. Love
Okay,
it.
so location first.
Oh.
So me and Ellie are coming.
You two are coming, and
Okay.
3 video game characters.
Okay.
We're gonna do it at Guy's house.
Okay.
That way we can be as messy as we want, and my parents don't have to clean it up. His parents will.
Okay.
And this is your parents from when you were that age.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're your house.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
I'm picturing
yeah.
the one.
Oh, that
in
was a cool
Bethlehem.
house.
Is it
No,
one-
there was a couple of, when I was 10, we had like a really cool house up in Oropi.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. We'll do it
Oh,
there.
lovely.
Big house.
It's a themed party as well.
Oh.
Okay, and the theme is video games.
Wow.
Nice.
Never
So
would've guessed. Love
crazy,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So I decided to dress up as Sonic the Hedgehog,
Oh, yeah.
fully naked,
Apart from shoes.
painted blue, but I've got some red shoes on and some white gloves.
Oh, dear. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Guy dresses up as CJ from GTA.
Please don't put me in blackface.
He goes full blackface.
Oh, no.
But Ellie, it was a different time.
Okay,
And we didn't
well-
know any better. And at that stage, we weren't as familiar with Guy's racist tendencies.
No, that's true.
You
That's
can't
true.
you can't cancel a 10-year-old.
No, exactly.
But if somebody takes photos and they uploads them now,
Then,
yeah.
So, unfortunately, that's
Oh shit!
that's gonna
Here
come-
we go again.
and he talks like that the whole day,
Oh.
like a real shit. Like you're lucky you're 10, man. Otherwise, you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've written here hasn't aged well, but at the time it seemed fine.
Yeah.
Love it.
Ellie, you dressed as a sim, but no one really understood because you
Oh.
were just wearing regular clothes.
Sounds good to me.
And you refused to speak in anything other than Simglish
Oh.
the whole time. I don't know if that is
No, it's not it at all.
Flabba-dibba, labba-dibba-da-da. That sort of stuff.
We look in the
good.
corner and Ellie's just screaming like, "Scribbly-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba." Like, what is she talking about? Then she just pisses.
I was
She's
gonna say, there's
she's
a
like,
puddle
"Where's
of
the
water."
toilet?"
Yeah. So that's what we're all dressed up as. So you're in blackface, I'm naked but I'm blue, and you are a sim but you only speak Simglish.
And I'm pissing on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And you piss on the floor.
Yeah.
Food. Sal's Pizza or Toto's Pizza because imagine when you are 10, and for those people overseas, Sal's Pizza is the New York style big 18-inch huge pizza.
Yeah.
Toto's, which you can get in Auckland here, was a meter long.
Yeah.
Mind blowing when you're a 10.
And it was good
Yeah.
pizza as well.
Really good. You can still
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
You can definitely still get Toto's as well. And I was just like, that when you're a kid,
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
I've also got, because we're at Guy's house, your mum's going to make gnocchi as well.
Oh, she's quite good gnocchi.
She knocks up a good gnocchi.
She makes a very
Ah.
good gnocchi. So
Wow.
that's the food situation. For drinks, Royal Crown Draft Cola.
Oh,
Is that from a game?
No.
no?
Okay.
it's
That's
very-
just an actual drink.
It's a drink in a brown bottle with a
Oh.
blue star label thing. Royal
Yeah.
Crown Draft Cola. Google
Google
it.
that because I might remember
It was like vanilla Coke before vanilla Coke came out.
yeah, it was good.
Really?
It was amazing. It was like slightly caramelly, and I used to buy it when I was at the bus stop all the time.
Oh.
Also, another one I'd add in there is have you guys ever tried? You probably haven't. Coca. Do you remember it?
Yeah, kind of. But I always thought it was alcoholic.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, it looks like it would be an
Yeah.
alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've
it's
never
just
tried it.
it's like getting a Bundaberg ginger beer or something. It's like a fancy version of getting a cola.
Oh wow, I've never tried it.
If it's still available, I'm not sure, but
Try it.
See if I can
taste
find
it. It's really good.
Okay.
Also Mexican Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Oh,
Have you had that before?
Yes,
It is incredible. It's
so
like
much
crack.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much better.
If my dad brought back a case of it one time from the States, and it was just like mind blowing. Not allowed a 24 pack of Carnival fizzy drinks,
no.
which is the tiny little plastic bottles in New Zealand with red, purple, yellow, and they were
Green.
just terrible.
The-
Creaming soda.
yeah,
yeah.
God, they were
the
terrible.
food coloring in those would have been so bad.
You'd have them at sausage sizzles on like rugby
Yeah.
days, and they'd just be sitting next to the barbecue getting hot.
Yeah, here you go.
Pass those around, kids.
Yeah, a little plastic thing of purple warm fizz.
Yum yum yum.
Probably still smashed it though back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Characters I want there. I want Mario there because Mario Party, all the little party games.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
could
idea.
run a whole heap of games for us to play.
That's
Yeah,
right.
cool.
I also want Goku there from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
10-year-old having Goku at his birthday party is legendary.
And also, Goku is pretty much like a kid anyway, so he'd
Yeah.
have fun. I was worried, like, was random adult there, but weird.
Yeah, is Goku
Yeah.
autistic?
No, I don't know, but he's definitely like, he's a little kid.
Yeah.
Which is great. And he will teach us all how to do a Kamehameha.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
A Kamehameha.
Who what?
Oh, Ellie.
What is that?
Come on now.
It's when, do you know when, and Dragon Ball Guy's going to demonstrate it now,
Oh
He
yeah.
goes like, Kamehameha.
and then a beam of light comes out.
Yeah, I do remember that. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was called.
It's a Kamehameha wave, and
Oh.
Goku's going to teach us how to do it.
Cool,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
Misty's going to be there as well from Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love Pokemon, and the idea that we're 10 and someone could come along and show us some Pokemon, amazing.
Show us
Yeah.
a wet Starmie.
Sorry.
Guy. But yeah,
Yeah.
100%. She had a wet stomach.
Oh,
Um,
I thought you were just.
It's just a Starmie.
He added
where? He added where?
It's a water Pokemon.
He
It's in
added
the
where?
water.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Activities. We all go to a go-kart track where Mario has teed up a whole lot of go-karts for us to race on.
Sick.
Me.
And a few of his Mario Kart buddies are there waiting for us.
And is Mika Hakkinen there as well?
And Mika Hakkinen is not allowed to be there because he'd probably win, to be fair.
He would, yeah.
But we arrive there, Yoshi's there, like Princess Peach, Toad, and they've got heaps of bananas and little tortoise shells. And they're like, let's go, have a Mario Kart race.
Fun.
Yeah.
We then go to Leisure World in Rotorua.
Nice.
I don't think I've been there. What do you do there?
A water park that we used to go to every now and then with like 3 water slides. It was in Rotorua. It closed down in 2008.
Oh,
But it was like a go-to for my birthday for a few years.
cute.
There, Misty gets her Squirtle out.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of her Pokemon, because she's a water type Pokemon trainer, and we get to go to
Right.
Leisure World,
Yeah,
and all the water Pokemon are hanging out with us.
That's cool.
that is quite
That
cool.
would be sick. Like
Yeah.
we're on the lazy river, and they're like pulling us around and shit.
Fun. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And then at the end, sleepover in Guy's Lounge because we go back to your house. We're having it at yours.
yeah.
We move all the furniture out to the backyard and burn it all, and then we just got a giant room with a TV.
Why are we burning my mum and
Well,
dad's
I
furniture?
don't know, man. I don't know.
Sounds like satanic.
I was just like, let's just get rid of this furniture, and then like I just burn it all for no reason. But we've got a nice big room there, TV. We eat the pizza. We play video games.
Wonderful.
Sounds like a great day. I'd love that party as a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I think I've accidentally just described my dream party. Let us know your ideas, though. Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers.
Yes, please do. What are you boys playing this week?
As I mentioned, my parents are here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Sunday nights, hopefully, I'll be playing some Split Fiction with me wife. Very excited about that. Tonight, probably I'm going to try and finish Valiant Hearts,
Cool.
The Great War. I haven't really played it much in the last week, but it's still a really fun game. So I
Great.
really want to knock that one off. Maybe some Helldivers if the squad's on.
Lovely.
I have to go to Greymouth on Friday morning, and my flight is at 6 a.m.
Oh,
As
what?
does Pugs, our producer. Our radio show's doing a show from there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you're not going to be the squad's not going to be on tomorrow night, so it's
No.
tonight only.
Maybe tonight.
But you're all tired and sad sacky.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
So I will try and play some Elden Ring, but to be honest, the thing I'm probably going to play the most is I'll be taking my Game Boy down
Nice, of
and
course.
jamming that on the plane. I think I'm playing Pokemon Ruby at the moment,
Lovely.
Lovely.
so that'll be nice and fun. What about
Lovely.
you, Ellie?
Well, you know what sucks is that you've just reminded me that Split Fiction is out on Friday. And
Don't play it until you finished your job.
oh, it's a good point.
Just save it as a
No,
reward.
it's a good point,
Because
yeah.
you'll tap out of it. You won't give it the love.
No, you're right, bro. Because you know what I was going to say is that Sam's actually going away for 6 or 5 weeks soon.
Damn.
So he's going to not be here. So I won't have a partner to play it with. But that actually times out perfectly with when I finish my job. So you're right. I
Yeah.
won't be playing Split Fiction this weekend. And I probably won't be playing anything else. Let's be honest.
God damn it, Ellie.
No, maybe I'll play Hogwarts Legacy actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, yeah, maybe I will. Maybe
yeah,
I will.
right, maybe.
The fact that you're having to throw a maybe in there is diabolical.
I'm so bad. I need to be fired from this podcast, eh?
Well, let's just say we're getting things in line.
Beck, you're getting a caller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cousin
yeah.
Beck, absolutely.
Hey, thanks for listening for another week. Give us a rating if you feel like it.
Oh my
on
god, auto download, subscribe, all that shit.
Yeah, do
Please.
that stuff. Thank
Yeah,
Do
you.
that more often. And if you're watching it on YouTube,
Yeah.
can you give it a thumbs up and a subscribe? Just because apparently that gets the video out to more people.
Yeah, nice. Even comment on it. You know,
Yeah.
give a little comment. You know, get the algorithm.
Get our insights up
Yeah,
and nice
yeah.
and cooking.
Ooh, yum yum yum.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, only do it if you feel like it.
You pretty happy with that? The yum 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 thing?
Yeah.
All right, see you.
That's the title of the
I was just
episode.
going to say, it's totally episode locked in. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum.